All right, then on newspaper headlines this morning, we have reports for you from the Vanguard newspaper, also Punch newspaper, Guardian and Alausa Alert. Beginning with Vanguard newspaper, new minimum wage negotiations will reckon with situations in West Africa. Committee chair. Chairman of the tripartite committee on a new minimum wage, Buka Goni Aji, said yesterday that the new wage would be based on what prevails in the country's West African neighbors. He stated this as President Bola Tinubu urged members of the committee to engage in collective bargaining in good faith, but was countered by President of Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Joe Ajaero, who contended that negotiation would be based on prevailing costs of living. 136 million naira unpaid loan. Court orders seizure of Senator Ume's assets. The Abuja Division of the Federal High Court has ordered the seizure of assets belonging to the senator representing Anambra Central, Victor Ume, over his failure to pay off about 136 million naira debt that accrued from a loan he got from the defunct Skybank PLC in 2008. The court, in the judgment delivered by Justice Iang Ekwo, held that evidence that was adduced before it by the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria, AMCON, showed that the lawmaker took a loan of 23.25 million naira from the defunct bank to invest in shares. Why SIMs acquired from unauthorized vendors will hurt you at the end. Findings have shown that Nigerians purchase pre-registered subscriber identity module SIM cards from unauthorized vendors. This has continued to frustrate the harmonization process embarked on by the different telecommunication services operators, telcos in the country. The Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, has warned that Nigerians should desist from patronizing such vendors on the grounds that such act is criminal and the implications are not good for the holders of such SIMs. Still taking a look at the Vanguard newspaper, AU expresses regret as Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger send formal withdrawals notice to ECOWAS. The African Union yesterday expressed deep regret over the decision by the military regimes of Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger to withdraw from the West African bloc ECOWAS. Meanwhile, Niger has now sent ECOWAS official notification of its withdrawal from the West African bloc, an official source said Tuesday, a day after Mali and Burkina Faso did the same. Moving on to the Punch newspaper, CSOs FG disagree on Nigeria's new corruption rating. Transparency International Nigeria says Nigeria now ranks 145 out of 180 on the Corruption Perception Index. The latest index, recently released by TI, indicated that Nigeria moved up 5 places from previous CPI ranking released in 2022. In the previous report, Nigeria was ranked 150 out of 180 countries on the scale of corruption. CBN, foreign airlines differ over $700 million trapped fund. The Central Bank of Nigeria and foreign airlines operating in Nigeria have differed over the total amount of unpaid ticket revenue in the country. The CBN on Tuesday said it had concluded the payment of all verified claims by foreign airlines with the payment of an additional $64.44 million to concerned airlines. The central bank said the development had brought the total verified amount paid to the air transport sector to $136.73 million, adding that all the verified airline claims had now been cleared. NRC earns 287 million naira from cargo haulage in 3 months, reports. The Nigerian Railway Corporation earned 286.78 million naira from cargo transported by rail in the third quarter of 2023, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. NBS, in its latest rail transportation report, stated that these represented an increase of 181.58% from 101.84 million naira generated in second quarter of 2022. 300 stranded Europe-bound Nigerians returned from Libya. More than 320 Nigerians stranded in Libya have been rescued, with the International Organization for Migration coordinating moves to help them return to Nigeria. War-torn Libya has become a key departure point on North Africa's Mediterranean coast for migrants, mainly from other parts of Africa, risking dangerous sea voyages in hopes of reaching Europe. Moving on to The Guardian newspaper, CBN cautions foreign exchange dealers against market manipulation as Naira slides to 1,500 Naira. Amid sustained slide of Naira, which currently trades around 1,500 Naira in exchange to a dollar, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has warned authorized dealers to ensure that transactions are conducted transparently. The Apex Bank warned that any form of distortion leading to market manipulation will face sanctions. Again, Senate summons service chiefs over insecurity. The Senate has again summoned service chiefs to appear before it next week and profile lasting solutions to the widespread insecurity in the country. The invitation followed a motion titled Spate of Insecurity in Nigeria, sponsored by all 109 senators during yesterday's plenary. Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele, who presented the motion, said the Senate notes that with sadness the rising spate of killings, kidnappings, banditry and other criminal activities in the nation. I'll take the last one from Alausa Alert. LASG holds stakeholders forum on water transportation. In its efforts to enlighten more residents on the need to embrace water transportation, the Lagos State government has held a stakeholders meeting with community leaders and residents at the Love Lagos Jetty Bariga Ilaje waterfront. Speaking at the forum, Commissioner for Transportation, Mr. Oluwaseun Oshiemi, assured the residents of Governor Sanwo-Olu's support for integration for ease and convenience of Lagosians. That's it. Take up a copy of any of the Dailies online to read more. Also, interact with us via our social media platforms: X, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 961.1 FM. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, Traffic Radio 961, and follow me across social media at Dele Agadumo.